Dan here with the Star Wars Legion unit review. Today we're going to be reviewing Commander Luke and Commander Vader from the original core set. I'm going to be looking at their command cards, unit cards, and force upgrade cards. This is the first video in a series of videos I'm going to be doing just like this. We're going to be reviewing the unit cards and upgrades and stuff that they can have. I'm going to be reviewing all the ones that I own. So if you like this video and want to keep up to date when new ones get released, please make sure to like and subscribe. And if there's a specific one you'd like me to do or something that I don't have, leave a note in the comments or something, and I will try to see if I can get it. And as always, please remember to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, Twitter, Strategy Game Stooges, and don't forget to listen to our podcast, which we have some on our YouTube page, but also it's in your favorite podcast directories that you listen to. It's in most of those, so make sure to look for the Strategy Game Stooges podcast. And you can always send us an email also at sg3stooge@gmail.com. And all that out of the way, let's take a look at the cards. So here's Darth Vader. Got Darth Vader, Dark Lord of the Sith. He's 200, which is actually 190 now since they did a points change. He went down to 190. He's got 3 force powers that he can get, those are upgrades that you put on. He's got Deflect. So while defending, if you spend a dodge token, you gain Surge to defense. If it's a range attack, the attacker suffers 1 wound for each surge rolled. So on your defense dice, you have blocks, blanks, and surges. Well, he doesn't surge to defense, so this, when you spend a dodge token, he gets surge to defense. And then when he rolls these, the guy that's attacking him, or the units that's shooting him, they get wounds for amount that you roll. Immune to Pierce. Pierce cannot be used against you, which means that a lot of lightsabers, or most of the lightsaber guys, have Pierce, so they can't use that ability against you. Master the Force 1. During the end phase, you may ready one of your Force upgrade cards. So one of these that you have, you can ready one of them because there's different ones that you have to exhaust and to use it. So if you want to use it again the next round, you have to ready it up, and this way you get to do one. Relentless. After you perform a move action, you may perform a free attack action. So after you move, you can attack. So you can move into melee and get a free attack. You can move into melee. You can move and choke or laser throw if you have those equipped. So that's pretty good. Vader's lightsaber, he just has melee. That's what this symbol means, is melee. So he's got 6 red, which is the best dice you can get. Impact 3, Pierce 3. Impact 3 is for vehicles. You can change a regular hit to a crit because when they have armor, regular hits don't damage them. So you have to get crits. So this allows you to change 3 of your regular hits to crit. Pierce 3 means that you can cancel shield results, which again is here's immune to Pierce. Other ones have that, so you wouldn't be able to use that if someone had immune to Pierce. But you can cancel shield results. So basically, if you move up to a regular old trooper unit, and you roll a bunch of hits, 3 of them are dying, no matter what, because you have Pierce 3. This 1 means that there's 1 model in that unit. 8 is his health. He's got a red defense dice, and this is his courage value, which he ignores because that's what that slash means, that he can't be suppressed or panicked. Because other units, if you equal your courage value, you are suppressed because you only get 1 action, and if you panic, you have to have double your courage to be panicked. So like with him, if you're within range 3 of him, if he's your commander, your units also go off of that, so they can't be panicked, but they can still be suppressed, but they can't get panicked. So okay, all right. So you also get command cards with each commander. This is, and you have these dots which are pips. They call them pips. And the lower the pip, that gives you priority to go for that turn. So this one is his first pip, Implacable, and this is just for him. This means that he can only give it to an order to himself. So he gives an order to himself, and at the end of Darth Vader's first activation, he may suffer 1 wound to shuffle his order token into the order pool. During Darth Vader's second activation, he performs 1 fewer action. So he can wound himself to put his order token back into the pool that you draw from with the other guys, and he basically gets it a second time with 1 fewer action, which is pretty good. His 2 pip, he gets 2 troopers, so he can give out 2 order tokens. And giving out order tokens, so I'll explain. Sometimes when you give it out, it's called a face-up order token, and sometimes there's like benefits to having that. Some armies like it more. For instance, the clones like it because they can fire support. Droids like it because if they don't have order, they have to attack, and it helps them out. So, and then there's different things you get like bonuses, different cards depending on what you have. So yeah, this way you can give 2 order tokens out to 2 troopers. When a friendly non-Darth Vader trooper unit with a face-up order token activates, it may suffer 1 wound before 1 free action. So you can give a wound. So basically, if you have a 4-man stormtrooper unit, you can kill one of them, and they get another action. So when you have the actions, you can move twice, or you can aim, dodge, standby, or attack, which I'll go in more detail those in another video. But so you basically get a free one by doing that if you want. Okay, Master of Evil, Darth Vader in 2 units. So the last one's a trooper, which means it had to be like a trooper. This one is 2 units, so you could give this one to a vehicle, or yeah, so you could give this one to a vehicle. When Darth Vader is issued an order, he gains 1 dodge token, which is handy because he can deflect. When Darth Vader activates, each enemy trooper unit at range 1 to 2 of him gains 3 suppression tokens. So I was talking about the courage value. You bring this one here, and you throw this card out, and you have some enemy trooper units, range 1 to 2. They each get 3 suppression tokens, which, depending on who you're playing, your commanders are average about courage 2. So if you throw 3 suppression tokens on them at courage 2 at the start of the round, and then you attack them, they're already going to be up to 4 suppression because they get a suppression for any hits that are on them for a range attack. So they're already going to be having a chance of being panicked. So this is a pretty good card. Okay, Luke Skywalker. So we have Luke Skywalker, Hero of the Rebellion. He's 160, so he's cheaper than Vader. Obviously, he's not as strong. He's got only 2 force powers. He's got gear, so you can have like targeting scopes, which you can re-roll extra dice, or you can get emergency stims, which gives you extra health. You can until you get to go faster. I'll get into some of those probably in the next video. Jump 1. Perform a move during which you ignore terrain that is height 1 or lower. This is treated as a move action. So basically you can jump up on something that's height 1, which is your range 1 ruler. Charge. After you perform a move action, you may perform a free melee attack action. So whereas Vader could do any attack, his was only melee, so you couldn't like move to get a free shot. You'd have to move into melee to get your free attack. Deflect, same thing that Vader had. We gain surge of defense. Because he doesn't surge of defense either. He's also immune to pierce, like Vader was, so pierce can't be used against you. Anakin's lightsaber, which is melee. 6 black, which is still pretty good. It's your middle dice, where red's the best, black's kind of in the middle. and white's the worst. But he's only impact 2 and pierce 2, which is still pretty good. I mean, if you get hits, you're still going to be killing these two troopers, so that's still pretty good. Luke's Steel 44 blaster pistol, range 1 to 2. 2 red, pierce 2, so his gun even has pierce 2, so you shoot with his gun, you're going to be killing these 2 people, unless they're immune to pierce, because that still applies, even though it's not a melee weapon. Then he's just a 1 unit. He has 6 health, 3 courage, so whereas Vader didn't have a courage value, he's got 3, so 3 he'd be suppressed, and 6 he'd be panicked. He also has red defense dice. He surges to crit, doesn't surge to defense, speed 2, and Vader is speed 1, whichever I gotta say. Luke is speed 2, which is about what everyone is. Average is 2. 1 is slow, and then 3 is really fast, but that's for like Boba Fett and ones with jetpacks and some vehicles. Alright. Son of Skywalker. Now this is a really good card. So this is only to Luke, but after Luke Skywalker performs his first attack, he may perform 1 additional attack. So you can go into melee, kill a bunch of guys. Oh, I didn't kill him the first time. Guess what? You do attack again. Or say you're attacking Vader, you put some wounds on him. Guess what? You get to do another attack. I mean, you could end up killing him right out, or taking out an entire unit if you did it the first time with your extra attack. Yeah, this is a really good card. And it's just 1 pip. It's only him, which usually if you're in combat doing stuff, you're probably going to want him to take out the unit anyways. You don't really have to worry about passing out orders. Alright, 2 pip, my ally is a force, 2 troopers. So you can give it to himself, or you can give it to another rebel trooper, or 2 rebel troopers, or you just can't give. He couldn't give it to them. When a friendly trooper unit is issued an order, it gains 1 dodge token. So there, if he would give himself an order, he would get a dodge token, which would help with his deflect. Or with the rebel troopers, just they have nimble, so they actually would get a free dodge token. When they spend 1, they get a free 1. Alright, it's 3 pip, Return of the Jedi, Luke Skywalker in 2 units. So, when Luke Skywalker is issued an order, he gains 1 dodge token. When Luke Skywalker activates, each friendly trooper unit at range 1 to 3 of him may remove 1 suppression token. So, this is like the opposite of Vader's 3 pip, where he's given us suppression. Luke gets to do this one and remove suppression from his team or himself. Because it doesn't say another friendly trooper, it's each friendly trooper. So you can remove 1 from himself if you need to. So that's actually pretty good towards the end of the game when you kind of need to be able to move and go do stuff. You can make sure you don't get suppressed with that. Okay, now that we looked at their command cards and their unit cards, let's take a look at some of the force upgrades that you can get. Hope, light side only, so you can only use it on a light side hero. You gain Inspire 1. After your rally step, remove up to 1 suppression token from another friendly unit at range 1 to 2. So basically what that means is your rally step is when before you activate, you roll a white defense die for each suppression you have. And you roll that, and if you get a surge or a defense, you get rid of it. Well, this one, after you roll, if you fail and don't roll any off, and you are suppressed or you're going to be panicked or whatever, you can use this to remove 1. So that's pretty good, handy in the game. Force push, it is exhaustible. So like I was talking about the Master of the Force, you can, if you use this, you can ready it, and you don't have to do a recover action to recover them. And it's a free action, so you can doesn't cost anything to do it. Doesn't take away from your 2 other actions that you normally have. Choose an enemy trooper unit at range 1. Perform a speed 1 move with that unit, even if it is engaged. So you can, if you're moving down and you can't quite make it with your movement, you can pull them into your melee. Or if they're on an objective or something, you can push them off the objective. So yeah, that's a pretty handy card. This card I'd say is probably a lot of times you want to take, but it's not an auto take. Force Reflex, this is a common one too that people take a lot. It's an exhaustible one. You gain a dodge token, which comes in handy with deflect and everything. Force Guidance, choose up to 2 friendly units at range 1 to 2. Each chosen unit gains 1 search token. That's free action. That's also exhaustible. So with search tokens, how I was talking about the surge to hit or surge to defense and all that stuff, you can hand out these surge tokens and you can use however many surges you have. You can use that many to change surge results that you get on your dice. So that actually does come in handy pretty good. Battle Meditation. While you are issuing orders using a command card, you may issue one of those orders to any friendly unit on the battlefield instead of the unit indicated on the command card. So how Vader and Luke both had some that were just them. If you didn't want to give the order to them with that card, with this one, you could give it to anyone. Or the ones where it said only 2 troopers. Let's say you wanted to give it to a vehicle. You could give an order to a vehicle. Force Choke, dark side only. Free action, choose an enemy trooper mini at range 1 that is not a commander. It suffers 1 wound. That's also exhaustible. And you get to pick the mini that goes away. So if you want the heavy weapons guy to go away, the heavy weapons guy you can kill with this. Saber Throw, choose one of your melee weapons, perform a range attack with that weapon against an enemy unit at range 1 to 2, using half of that weapon's dice rounded up. This is treated as an attack action. So basically, Vader has 6 red dice that he rolls in melee for his lightsaber. You basically, with this, would take 3. You cut it in half. Now, if you have someone like Obi-Wan, who has 2 red, 2 black, and 2 white as his lightsaber, you would round up. So you would take 2 red and a black. You wouldn't have to take the whites. You round up the best dice. That's basically what that means. And then this is treated as an attack action. This basically means if you had this on Luke, you wouldn't be able to move, shoot his gun, and throw his lightsaber. Oh, this is an attack action. So you can't use this and do another attack. Anger, dark side only. After you suffer 1 or more wounds, gain 1 aim token. So that actually is pretty good for some of them that have range. If you don't really have range, you don't really want to take that, but like Palpatine, lightning has range, so that wouldn't be too bad on him. And even if lightsaber throw it at you, it wouldn't be bad, because you can still use aim for that. Fear, dark side only. You gain demoralize 1 after your rally step. An enemy unit at range 1 to 2 gains up to 1 suppress token. So this is the opposite, basically opposite of this one. After your rally step, so yeah, each enemy unit at range 1 to 2 gains suppress token. So it's kind of like the one command card of Vader's, where you can hand out the 3. Well, this is another one you can hand out 1 to each one. Alright, well, that's it for the Force upgrades. And I hope you liked the video. Like I said in the beginning, please subscribe. And I'll be having some more videos like this coming out. And I will see you in the next video.